Welcome to the life of one Peugeot. This is Peugeot ownership in general. What they aim these cars at is basically people that like to sit on the main dual carriageways here, fixing their cars. And the best way they fix their cars is with this duct tape. Always keep it in your Peugeot, because you'll never ever know when you need it. Because this cap, believe it or not, is actually cracked in two for some fucking strange apparent reason. It's just simply just cracked. Now, when I grabbed the cap, it was like putty, not like any other caps that are hard and made of a decent material. Peugeot took upon themselves to use the cheapest fucking plastic in the toy box. So my son's literally went over to a house in the state to try and get some water, because we did have 8 litres in the boot, but the 8 litres have actually gone now. And we think it's stemmed out, this cap. It's literally allowing the pressure to get out, and the fan wouldn't even come on because of it. I basically pushed it down as much as possible, because we didn't think that we'd have duct tape in the car. But we did, we found some duct tape. Luckily I was filming with this car, as you know by the previous videos, so duct tape was in here to hold battery packs and stuff to the roof for the GoPros. So it was a good thing I've left it in here. But like I said, the traffic in Newcastle is horrendous. It's just light after light. So you're literally getting 6 meters and the car's just overheating again. So hopefully old Spaniel is going to get some water and someone's going to greet him with a positive attitude, hopefully. So let's just wait for him to come and go from there. You enjoy being here? It's the life of a Peugeot ownership, isn't it? All a bag of shit you are. I hate you so much. It's unreal. 32,000 mile, don't you? 32,000 mile. It's probably 10,000 mile over the recommended Peugeot ownership.
You can have this YouTube video and call it a piece of shit stuff.
Remember that song, Piece of Shit Car?
That would make a lovely follow-up video.
Wouldn't it? I'll say it all the way through the videos and all. This will happen, I know for a fact. I've changed this, but something else will happen. I come back off test, I went, yeah, it needs a ball joint. No, it needs a new engine. Well, we'll see. I need to go let home. Hi and welcome to the channel. As you can tell by my voice, I'm absolutely depressed as hell. The car broke down in Newcastle on us, come back from my son's cancer treatment. Yeah, car ran fine. We got stuck in the car park for nearly an hour on the morning. We parked the car up, come back out 2 hours later, got stuck in traffic within 5 minutes. The temperature gauge just pegged. It absolutely just pegged off the scale. So what we done, we hard pulled the car in, and we found out that that cap, the one that's got duct tape on it there, had a massive crack in it. So we thought, well, could this be the problem? Luckily enough, I had the duct tape in the car, as you've seen. Wrapped it up, stuck it back on. We literally got about 2 mile, it done it again. Anyway, we had to be recovered, and the problem with that was we were stuck on the side of the motorway for nearly 3 hours, give or take, and we were just waiting for the recovery guy to come. He drove past us a few times. He told us that the job didn't come until the last minute, which is probably because the office had kept it from him. So luckily enough, he used his initiative and turned back round and rang him at the same time. They went, oh yeah, job's on the computer. So he went like, why didn't you pull it through? So he come back, he picked us up. Anyway, he got a phone call from the Green Flag Agency saying, pull into KFC, we're going to get a taxi for the 2 guys, and we're going to get them home. And he went, well, I've got the two guys in the back of the car now. Why don't I just, you know, take them with me because I'm going at the same location as the car? No, you go wait there, wait for the taxi driver, and you followed the taxi back, which made absolutely no sense whatsoever. So, what we done from there was, we had to wait in the car park for about 20 minutes for this taxi to turn up. Taxi turned up, followed all the way back home, got the car home safe and sound. The guys are absolutely brilliant, the taxi driver and the recovery guy. But we got the car in the garage this morning and we've ran it up to temperature. Now it's pegging at 105 C. Fan's not coming on. And at this point, all the hoses start to harden up. Now, when I felt the bottom radiator hose down there, I don't know if you can see it, there we go. So that bottom radiator hose there is absolutely freezing cold, but the whole system's pressurising with the heat, obvious, of the water. So we're thinking that it's a thermostat. Well, we're hoping that it's a thermostat, because there's a million and one issues that this car could actually have with it. It could be, even though it's done 32,000 miles, it is a Peugeot, so it could have a head gasket failure where the cylinder is pumping the water jackets up, so, or it could be an oil cooler issue, or it could be thermostat, or it could be temperature sensor, or it could be that cap. So we've got a new cap coming, but I've bodged this one for the time being to just even get it to work. So we've got that cap in a position where it's kind of working, so it'll do the trick for the time being. But what I'm thinking is that thermostat, which, by the way, is buried in all that. So if you ever have a breakdown, you can't really bypass the thermostat even to get your own. You've got to literally get a recovery guy to come pick you up. Where if you look on the top of the older cars, like Transams, Triumphs, the cap is here. It's two 10 to 13 mil bolts. You can take off, pull the thermostat out, leave it wide open, it'll get your own near enough, you know, with a bit of fiddling. These, you can't. Everything's buried in the engine, so you can't get to it. I don't know if this is a thing to prop up emergency service vehicles for recovery, I don't know. But Peugeot have a knack of being complete. Beeping at, yeah, you get the gist. They have this tendency to make the cars look bonny. So you buy them, but then the engines are cheap, all the parts are cheap on them, they're a bloody nightmare. So most of the parts on this, have custom made. Like the chain guides that we had done, which is in there. So these suffer badly from timing chain issues. These were put in the Minis, they were put in quite a lot of cars at the time. The timing chain guides are just like a cheap plastic. I don't even think it's ABS. It's like cheap toy plastic, like the plastic you would get in a McDonald's toy. That's how bad it is. So what we done, we had some aluminium ones machined. Then we put like a bit harder than polyurethane as a guide, and it's being vined. We've checked them. There's plenty of slip on the chain. It's not cutting into it like it was the old ones. So yes, we had to do that. Temperature sensor, we've had to get off a different make and model of car. It's come to a point now where I'm going to be getting the thermostats and stuff sorted. Now this could be caused by the car. It's sat to you. We had a lot on. We had a lot of family stuff going on, so this and the big Audi got parked up and they just sat. Now the difference is between the big Audi and this, I started that and it ran fine. This thing has been a bloody nightmare. It's like coaching someone back from the dead, you know. So I'm going to name it Frankenstein because it's had that many different parts put on it. Now I know these got put in a Mini and they've had tons of chew with them. They've been an absolute nightmare and ball ache. So what I'm going to do is order the parts, because, you know, we can't just go down and pick up parts no more. Go pre-order them in and wait for them. So I'm going to order that now, and I'll do a film of getting it fitted and see if that solves the issue. But over and out, I'll see you soon. See, look at that there. So we got it off. See, that is supposed to sit in there like that. Don't know if you can see, but then if you have a look at the end there, it's like a porous aluminium. It's like a really cheap, horrible. So it's gone. So this isn't pressing that door, well, that valve open. So it releases on this side here. That goes at the bottom of the radiator. So what does it opens up, allows the cool water to go through here, cools it down, returns the cycle. Isn't doing that because this pin was literally just sat in the bottom of the head, hanging out. So that valve was staying constantly shut. Now, if you'd looked at it from another point of view, this could have been a head gasket that would have went, and even if I left it run, there could have been a head gasket, so everything was pointing in that direction until I pulled this off. The head gasket goes, the cylinder basically pumps the water system up. It can normally come through oil, cooler, or the head gasket itself. These engines are problematic like hell. But yeah, if you get these signs where it's overheating and sits at 19 and all of a sudden it just pegs off the scale and goes red hot, this is probably the instigator in it. So like I said, get rid of the original factory one of them. I know the other ones have improved them, they put a copper head on them, which is what you need. So right, we're just waiting for the new one to come, then we'll go from there. See you soon. Before we start, please click subscribe and hit the bell icon for more content, and we'll keep you up to date as much as we can with upcoming videos.